Hi, this is Sheila, and today I would like to show you how to make the chevron top as seen in the photo and below. This is how it looks like, and the materials I would like to use are the 3.75mm hook, a pair of scissors, my yarn. I'm going to mix 3 colors, so that will be I'm going to be using Alice cotton gold in this color. It's like a tan color. Then I'll be using the same brand, Alice, but in black. Then I'll be using yarn art. These 2 yarns are almost very close to each other, so I like to do a darker shade of this one to create a blend. So this is yarn art, and they're both 55% cotton and 45% acrylic. So let's get started. For this top, we are going to create an effect. Let me lay it down for you so that you see it. You're going to create a zigzag pattern. So every zigzag is 27 stitches. So for this tutorial, I'll be showing you how to do the small size, small to medium. And I'll give you instructions on how to increase the size basing on your measurement. If someone is bigger, then I'll be telling you how to adjust those sizes. So let's get started. Grab your 3.75mm hook. I'll start with the color black. Make a slip knot. You're going to make a chain of 108. So I told you the multiples of 27. So I'm going to do 4 zigzags, so that will be 108 chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we've come to the end of the 108 chains. This is what we have. You're going to chain 5 more chains after the 108. Chain 5 more. 2, 3, 4, 5. So at this step, you're going to make 1 single crochet in the second chain from hook. So we don't count this one. This is 1. Now in the second, make a single crochet. Make a single crochet in the next chain. So that's a total of 2 single crochets. Skip a stitch. Skip this chain, the next chain, and in the next chain you're going to do 1 single crochet and continue doing a single crochet in each chain for a total of 12 stitches. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So after these 12 single crochets, you're going to make 3 single crochets in the next chain. So 1, 2, 3, all in the same chain. So this will create a peak. So you're going to make one single crochet in each of the next 12 chains, so a total of 12 single crochets. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So now you can notice your work going up and down. This was a peak. Now we are going into the valley. So for the valley, we are going to be skipping 2 chains. Skip this and this, and in the next one you're going to do 1 single crochet for a total of 12 stitches. So this is 1. Continue making 1 single crochet for a total of 12 stitches. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So we've created a valley at this point. So we started from down, coming up, then we went down, then came up, and now remember that at every peak we are going to do 3 single crochets. So after the 12 stitches, in the next chain, place 3 single crochets. This is 1, 2, 3, and then after this, place 1 single crochet in each of the next 12 chains. So that's the stitch count. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then 12. So now we are at the valley, the downer bit of the chevron. So you're going to skip 2 chains, and in the third make a single crochet, and continue making 1 single crochet for a total of 12 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So now we are at the peak again. So the next chain is getting 3 stitches, 3 single crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Then make 12 single crochets in each of 12 single crochet, placing 1 single crochet in each of the next 12 stitches. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So after the 12, we are now in the valley. Skip 2 chains, and in the third, place a single crochet and continue placing one single crochet for a total of 12 stitches. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So now we're at the peak, and now we are going to place, no, we are in the valley, sorry, we're at the peak. So make sure you always place your work down to see where you are, so that you don't confuse the high and low points. So right now we're at the peak, and that means we are going to do 3 stitches in the next chain, and then make 1 stitch in each of the next 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So you'll have 3 chains left. Hope you can see that. So skip the next chain, skip that next chain, and in the last 2 double crochets, place 1 single crochet in each. So since we started, remember when we were starting, we started with 2 single crochets, then skipped a stitch. We're doing the same exact at the end by skipping a stitch and placing a single crochet in each of the last 2 chains. So at this point, row 1 is done. So when you come to row 2, you're going to chain 1, turn your work, make a single crochet in that very first stitch, in the very first stitch, 1, and then place a single crochet in the next stitch. Remember I told you every beginning and end of row starts, we start with 2 single crochets, then skip a stitch, then we start the repetition, and then when we come to the end we skip a stitch and place 2 single crochets. So this is the second single crochet, skip this stitch, and then in the next one we are going to do a single crochet. So that counts as our first single crochet of the group of 12. So continue, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the moment you get 12 single crochets, you're going to make 3 single crochets in the next stitch, a total of 3 stitches in the next stitch, then make 12 single crochets down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So when you get to 12 12 stitches, you're going to skip 2 stitches, skip this one and this one, and in the third make a single crochet. So this will count as our very first one. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. That means the next stitch is getting 3 because it's a peak. The next stitch is getting 3 single crochets. So we are going to do another total of 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Skip those 2 stitches, 1 and 2, and in the third make a single crochet. So keep doing that until the end of the row. Keep repeating the same exact thing that you've been doing. Every peak gets 3 single crochets, and every valley we skip 2 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then 3 stitches in the next stitch. Then go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Skip 2 stitches, and then in the third make a single crochet. So this counts as 1. Continue 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Then in the next stitch you're going to place 3 single crochets. So I'm going to show you this whole entire row because it's the one you're going to keep repeating until the end of the block part of our top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So right now we have 3 stitches left. There's this one, and this one. So at the end of every row you will have 3 stitches left. Skip 1, and then in the last 2 stitches you're going to place 1 single crochet in each. So that's the row that we're going to keep repeating. This is how the work looks like right now when it's not twisted. Of course, when you're working, it's going to keep twisting until you get some good number of rows. Then it will stabilize so that it's not like twisted. So that's what we have. So go ahead and do row 2, repeat row 2 for the number of rows that you need. I'm sure some of you may not like the cropped version, but for my top I did 7 rows of each color. So I used 3 colors. I did 7 rows of black, 7 rows of yellow, and 7 rows of green before I started shaping the brack up section. So go ahead and do that, and I'll see you when you're done. Feel free to mix up the colors the way you want them to be, because I'm sure not everyone wants this color combination. So mix up the colors for a total of 21 rows. 7 7 7. So you can do 21 rows, maybe 3 3 3, 7 times. That's up to you, and we shall meet when you're done with that. Do a total of 21 rows, repeating row 2. So I went ahead and made 21 rows of the chevron pattern. You can see that this yarn was thicker and had a bigger stretch, but I'll go ahead and show you exactly what to do. So you're going to determine the length that you want. Let me say your belly button is like at this point. Make your piece until this part, this one, because now this part here is so I went ahead and did 21 rows of the chevron pattern, but as you can see, this is still very tight. It's not measuring the same as the Jamaican one. This is because, okay, this one has been tried on and it has stretched to a normal body size, but when it comes to the length, this distance, it's a bit shorter. I think the yarn I used here is kind of thinner than the yarn here, but the width is okay. I know it will stretch into a normal person's size. As you can see here, it's almost the same, just that the other one has been tried on and this one is still fresh. So at this point we are here on the green row. So you're going to make whatever length that suits you, because some people want long tops and some people want short ones. So for my top, I'm going to get, is in the exact middle of this top, because we have this, hope you can see clearly, we have this corner, this one, then we have this, then we have this is the exact middle. So let's assume that this point is our, let me say, belly button. This is where I want it to stop. Take this measurement and then make sure that this corner here, the first corner on this side, is the part that's right below your armpit. Because now, let me assume we've reached this length. We are going to start moving upwards. We are going to start creating the brack ups. So the next row, since I'm using 3 colors, that means I'm changing a color. So after black, I'm going to get my nude brown. Let me take this away. So we're going to make a total of 7 rows, but starting from here and ending here. We are no longer going all the way to this side. So we're going to build up like this, then build onto that. So let me get my next color and show you what to do. You're going to make a slip knot. Attach your yarn where you left off from the previous row. Mine is black, so I'll attach my yarn here in the last stitch. And oh sorry, I'm going to attach my yarn in the corner where we are going to build from. So that first top corner, our first peak, that's where I'm going to place the hook. So remember there's 3 stitches here. At this point, put your hook in the second stitch, the exact middle stitch, chain 1, and then you're going to start single crocheting right from that first stitch where you placed your where you attached your yarn. You're going to make a single crochet there. That's 1. Then continue making 1 double crochet, 2, 3, sorry, 1 single crochet, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. This time we're going to do 13 because we added 1 here and we haven't been working in it. So skip these 2 stitches, this one and this one, and in the third make 1 single crochet and continue making 1 single crochet for a total of 12, because now we are back to the normal pattern. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And in the next stitch you're going to place 3 single crochets. Next stitch, 1 single crochet for a total of 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. When you reach 12 stitches, skip the next 2, and in the third continue counting 12 single crochets. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. In the next stitch, place 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3. The next stitch, 1 single crochet, and continue doing that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Then skip the next 2 stitches, and in the third place 1 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And since this is the last peak, that's where you're going to stop, but you're going to place 1 single crochet also in that top stitch to make a total of 13, like what we did in the beginning. So we started from here all the way to here. So now this is what we are working on. We're building our top to come and make bra cups. So for the next row, you're going to chain 1, turn your work, place 1 double crochet in the very first stitch. So here, place 1 single crochet in the very first stitch, and continue placing 1. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. This time they are 12. Don't forget, this number is going to keep reducing automatically. So when you reach 12, skip the next 2 stitches, and in the third, place a single crochet. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The ones in the middle don't reduce. It's still 12, 12, 12, 12. But the one on the sides will keep reducing because we are no longer increasing on the sides. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Skip the next 2 stitches. In the third, place your first single crochet. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then 3 single crochets in the next stitch because it's a peak. That's what you should be having. So at this point, you're going to notice the top is going to start doing this also on the other side. So let's keep working. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Skip the next 2 stitches, and in the third, place your first single crochet. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and place here in the last one. That will be your 12th. So I told you this side it's going to keep reducing automatically. So the first row had 13, the next row has 12, the next one will have 11 on this side, and also on this side 11, then 10, 9. So go ahead and make a total of so I went ahead and did 7 rows. I did 7 of this color. I did 3 of this color, 3 of this lighter color, and 1 of the black. So now, as you can see here, after the 7 rows, these are the 7 rows of black that joined here. So now we are going to work on this part, this one, the extra corner that brings us to the tip of the vest area. So let me show you one side and you work on the other side. So I'm still going to use black for this whole part because I don't want to mix up colors here. Chain 1, turn your work, make a single crochet in the very first stitch, and continue making single crochets until you reach the valley. I hope now you can tell the valley even without counting the 12, because it's that point where we have that hole, this hole. So skip those 2 stitches and make a single crochet all the way up. but this time we are going to do a total of 13 so that we work in the exact middle stitch. So from here, from that point, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and we are going to also work in the 13th. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Okay, so this is a total of 13 on this side, and then this side we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on this side. So you're going to chain 1, turn your work, make a single crochet in the very first stitch and go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So after the 12th, you're going to skip the next 2 and then start working on the other side. So this side now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's what you should be having right now. So since I've been swapping every 3 rows, I don't know if I should swap for this, but I think let me leave it black plain. No, let me swap. So the next color is this nude brown. I'm going to just reattach it to where I've broken off black from. Okay, so chain 1, make a single crochet in the very first stitch and in each and every stitch until you reach the valley. Don't forget, this still remains your valley. So skip the 2 stitches there. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches, then skip the 2 stitches after, and in the third make a single crochet until the end of the row. Until the end. Don't forget to place 1 single crochet in the very last stitch. So that's what you should be having right now. Then chain 1, turn your work, make a single crochet in the very first stitch and continue working 1 single crochet. Until you reach the valley. So skip those 2 stitches. This is our valley. Hope you can see that. Skip the 2 stitches and make a single crochet in the next 3 stitches. So chain 1, turn your work. You're going to make 1 single crochet in the very first, and then 1 single crochet in the second. Then now we're at the valley. So skip those 2 stitches and make a single crochet all the way up. So for me, I'm even coming to the end of my 3rd row of nude brown, and I have to change a color here, but I think I'll leave it for the very last row. I hope you can see that we are left with only a very small thing here to make it smooth, like come like this. So you're going to chain 1, turn your work, make a single crochet in the very first single crochet and all the way down. So when you reach the point of skipping 2 stitches, because this is the valley, so we had to skip this and this, and then we had to single crochet here. This time we're going to just put our hook through and slip stitch. Hope you saw that. We're going to just slip stitch in that last chain and then cut our yarn. That's what it should look like. Don't worry about the edge that's not so straight. We're going to work on it with a single crochet row and even it out. So do the same on this side. I'm hoping you've understood what we did on this side, or I can show you how to go about it again. Let me get my black yarn. Okay, I'm going to reattach my black yarn here at the extreme end. Then I'm going to chain 1, make a single crochet in the very first stitch, single crochet in the next, single crochet in the next, all the way until the valley. So when you get to the valley, skip those 2 stitches, and in the third, make a single crochet all the way up. But this time they're going to be 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13 in the very top chain, the upper bit of our peak. So chain 1, turn your work, make a single crochet in the very first stitch, and all the way down until you reach the valley. So these stitches keep reducing. If you had 10 before, you have 9 in the next, then 8. That's only for these parts, not the entire top. Okay, now this is the valley. Skip the 2 stitches, and in the third, place a single crochet and single crochet all the way to the end. Don't forget to place a single crochet in the very last stitch. Okay, I'm going to cut my yarn because I'm using 3 rows of each color. So I'm trying to balance what I did on this side with this side. So let me get my next color, attach it where I left off. Okay, chain 1, single crochet in the very first stitch, and all the way to the valley. When you get to the valley, skip the 2 stitches and work on the other side all the way to the end of the row. So in this case, our row is ending here. Chain 1, turn your work, make a single crochet in the very first stitch and all the way down. to the end of the row, to the valley, sorry, to the valley, then skip the 2 stitches. This is our valley, so skip the next 2 stitches, and in the third make a single crochet until the end of the row. So next row, chain 1, turn your work, make a single crochet in the very first, make a single crochet in the next, that's 2, and now this is the valley, skip the 2 stitches, and in the third make a single crochet all the way to the end of the row. And these are the shortest rows of this top. It's a bit hectic, but this part is usually very easy. So this is our very last row, chain 1, turn your work, place 1 single crochet in each and every stitch below, so when you get to the valley you had to skip this, so you're going to just put your hook through the last stitch where you were supposed to put your next single crochet. You're going to skip that and then insert your hook in the last stitch and make a slip stitch, chain 1 and cut your yarn. So I hope you've all managed to balance the 2 sides. This is how our top is looking like at the moment. And now I would like to make a simple row, especially at the top part, from here like this up to here, before we start working on the other parts of the top. That's the straps and these extensions that go to the back. So weave in all your ends, make sure you get rid of all this, and I'll see you when we're done with that. So as you can see, I got rid of all the strings that were hanging around. I tied some knots and then I used my yarn needle for some points. And now I would like to use black because that's the color I want to have for my edging, since most of the crochet clothes start getting dirty around the edges. So I would always want that color to be a bit darker, not the bright colors that show that. So I'm going to make my slip knot, get to that corner here, that corner here, any of the 2. So I'm going to attach my hook there, and I'm going to do a simple row of single crochets while weaving in this tail. I'm going to chain 1 single crochet in each and every single crochet. So I'm working while weaving in the tail, this one, so that it goes along with my stitches. I just hold it to the back. So every other part is going to be black, I think, because I'm done with the mixing of the colors. So as you can see, the string has disappeared inside. So continue making 1 single crochet. When you get here, place 1 here in that stitch, and now we are going to go to the single crochet spaces, because these are not stitches like these ones. So just place 1 single crochet in each single crochet space. So remember, we're doing 3 rows, so this is the first one. I'll know that there's a second one to be done, and then a third one. Then I'll go here 1, 2 and 3. So this is also a single crochet space. All the rest I think are single crochet spaces. So single crochet here and there, these are 2. Then here where you place the slip stitch, and now we are back to stitches. Place 1 single crochet in each and every stitch. This is what we'll have. So when you get to the top part, you're going to place 2 more single crochets in that stitch so that we turn and face the other side. Okay, this is a total of 3 single crochets, so keep working 1 single crochet in each and every single crochet side, then single crochet downwards there. We're just trying to make this neat. That's our goal, to make this a little bit neater than just having it hanging. You'd rather have it uniform. So continue placing 1 single crochet in each single crochet below. In each and every single crochet below. Now when you reach the valley, don't forget we are still going to skip so that we still keep the chevron pattern. Skip those 2 stitches and single crochet in the next. And go all the way back to the other corner that I showed you in the beginning of the row. Okay. This is what it's looking like now. I think it's looking more planned on this side than having it like this. So continue working 1 single crochet. Under that peak, make 3 single crochets. Now we had 1, we are placing 2 more so that we can turn. Then continue working 1 single crochet in each and every single crochet below and in each single crochet space. How it's looking like. So continue doing this. This project is a bit long because we are using single crochet stitches and they don't usually build up very fast, but at least it comes out really nicely and neat. So continue working until the other corner, this one. Okay, place 1 single crochet in the very last stitch. So at this point you decide whether to leave it flat like this, or you give it some detail on the edges, or whatever you want to do. So I'll give it some details, I think, later, but this is good enough for now. So right now what we have to do is do the straps. So I like to use, let me first disconnect my yarn here. So at this point you're going to these are the straps we are going to make. So these are 1 2 3 4 4 stitches, 4 single crochet stitches, and that's all we are going to do. But the strap is going to be moving to this side, to this side. So get your yarn, whatever your edge yarn is. My edge yarn is black, so this is the very top stitch. Count 3 stitches away. So 1 2 3, and that's where you're going to connect your hook. And now you're going to chain 1, make a single crochet in that very stitch, make a single crochet in the next, a single crochet in the next, and in the next. So those are 4 stitches. Chain 1, turn your work, make a single crochet in each and every stitch, chain 1, turn your work, make a single crochet in each and every stitch. So keep your stitches at 4 stitches every row. The moment so here we are. I decided to have those straps tied to the neck, since if you do the other version, everyone's measurement varies and you may not be able to capture the exact measurement to attach to the back. So I'd rather we have this so that it can fit anyone than gambling with the other measurement that joins to the back side. So make straps that are going to tie to the neck, and I went ahead and worked on one side here, and I'm going to show you exactly what to do on the other side. I did 3 rows of black, 3 rows of this, 3 rows of this, and 3 rows of this, which is a total of 12 rows on the side, to just take it towards the back area, to the back side. And that's exactly what we are going to do on this side. So attach your yarn, here. There's that row of single crochets here, so put your hook through that single crochet side, and chain 1 and single crochet in that same space, the single crochet space. Then go on single crocheting in every row below. Every row gets a single crochet. So my phone is running out of space, so I'm going to just explain these parts before I go off. You're going to make that row of single crochets, chain 1, turn your work. Now we are going to make constant single crochet rows because we are just going straight to the back. So we're going to make a total of 12 rows. That's for me. If your size is bigger, then you can go ahead and make more rows, but mine is 12 rows because I want to leave some space to do the straps in the back so that they are visible. So go ahead and do 12 rows. Then when you come to this part, you're going to chain 4, skip 2 stitches and single crochet in the next stitch. Chain 4, skip 2 stitches and single crochet in the next stitch. So keep doing that. Then when you come here, you're going to chain 1 at the end. After the single crochet, you're going to chain 1 and place 4 single crochets in each and every loop. Just place 4 single crochets, 4 single crochets, 4 single crochets, and then you can cut your yarn because at this point you're done. Make a very long string to join the 2 parts like this, like a shoelace, joining this side to the other side. And yeah, I think that's the end of the top. I'm going to keep working, and I hope the top has been very easy, though stressful and time consuming, but it's all worth it. Let me show you the final product, the final piece. It's going to lay flat like this, and then this side is going to go to the back, and this side will also go to the back. So literally that's what we have. We have the chevron pattern at the front, and these straps are going to pull upwards to the neck area, and then the strap at the back that's joining the 2 sides. Okay, thanks for watching. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel for better tutorials, very beautiful pieces, unique pieces, and thanks for watching. Bye.